Coming up on today's CodeBet Daily, we've got Stats Guy stammering his way and wandering through the forest looking for lichen. We've got a whole mess of player props, game picks, and best bets. I'm talking a whole mess of NBA and NCAA Tournament. Oh, just a festival of basketball. Stats Guy, apart from lichen, what else are you liking?
I'm also liking some Aussies in the cricket and Swan in the tennis.
Nice one. Alex, what about you?
I'm going to dunk on Hawthorn all episode.
Checks out. All right. Codebet.com.au. It's a very good website. This is CodeBet Daily. It's got some good bets in it, I'll tell you that much. Check it out. It's real good. All right. Welcome to CodeBet Daily. It is Tuesday, March 21st. This is episode 75. What sort of anniversary do you reckon that is? I don't know. We could ask our boss. I'm your host, Jaymz Clements. I'm the editor of a very good website at the moment called CodeBet. It's codebet.com.au. Go check that one out. I'm joined, as always, by the Pontiffs of Punting to break down all the best bets, player props, game picks that you need for today, tomorrow, whenever. Of course, I've got the Stats Guy over there, Logan McAllion. Stats Guy, what's going on?
Not much. Just a bit excited about cricket over the next day or so. And yeah, plenty of sport coming up.
You're the only one.
I was going to say you and your four other mates. All right. Over there, we've got Alex Donnelly as well. He's fresh off the dunny, and he's joined us finally. So
yeah. Just finding out that also 75 is called the Platinum Jubilee. So well done, boys. Have made the Platinum Jubilee. Claps all around.
I expect something nice in the mail. Right, this is Code, I don't know, Dump Daily.
We were dumping on each other before we started. That'd be a podcast in itself.
So we're going to dump a bunch of knowledge on your head about some bets today, as we always do, because it is CodeBet Daily. It is what it says on the tin. Codes, bets, daily. All different sorts of codes. Today, I'm looking at a bunch of NBA and NCAA tournament gear. March Madness is getting madder than ever. I'll tell you that much. It's been absolute chaos this opening weekend. I've enjoyed it immensely. And I don't know. If there was anything else that I needed less, it was to park my butt on the couch and watch
more basketball.
But here we are. What are you looking at today, Stats Guy?
Yeah, I'm looking at a bit of one-day cricket and some women's tennis over in Miami.
Nice. What about you, Alex?
Yeah, I'm also looking at the cricket, and then I will be dunking on a football team for the rest of the show.
Oh, that sounds like a lot of fun. Right. So we always have player props, game picks, and best bets in this here show. That's what we do on CodeBet Daily. And look, let's start with some player props. Pretty easy one for me tomorrow. I love a good revenge game in the NBA. There's nothing better. I broke this one down yesterday with Joel Embiid against the Chicago Bulls. There's no cause for revenge when it comes to Joel Embiid against the Bulls. He just looks at the Bulls and big Nikola Vucevic, and I don't know if Montenegrin for barbecue chicken is Vucevic, but it might be. Who knows? But that's what Embiid says and sees every time he looks at the Bulls. Tomorrow, we have a great game in LA. The Oklahoma City Thunder with our beloved Mamba, Josh Giddey. And this is the key one here. SGA, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, or as we call him over on NBA Australia, Shy Redder Gilgeous-Alexander, because he'll tear you up just like the evil guy from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. He's playing against his old team. He averages 26 points a game over his last 6 against the Clippers. I expect a huge one because this Thunder team are absolutely flying at the moment. They're just like the sneaky team that everyone's sort of forgetting about, who, don't look now, but like they're 8th in the West. Like they're an actual legit playoff contender.
That's crazy, yeah.
And they've won 4 of their last 5. They're cruising, but SGA going up against his old team, this Clippers team, this defense, I just don't quite trust enough to be able to shut down Josh Giddey as well as SGA. And this is the thing with the Thunder. They've now got a couple of rookie wings, both the Jalen Williamses. How's this, Alex? They got 2 blokes named Jalen Williams.
Yeah,
that
would get so confusing.
Basically play the same position. One's like slightly bigger and slightly taller. The other one's more of a sort of rangy wing.
Please tell me they both have Williams on their shirt and wear like 31 and 33.
They basically have to go to like different lengths in their first name because they're spelt slightly different, but it's awesome. So my big play for tomorrow, though, is that SGA goes absolutely hammer and tong. So he just went toe-to-toe the other day with Devin Booker. Booker had 46. SGA put up 40. This is an easy player prop for me tomorrow. Go the SGA 35-plus points against his old team. This matchup is actually full of old players going against their old teams, right? You got Russell Westbrook for the Clippers as well as Paul George. Both used to be on the Thunder. SGA used to be on the Clippers. Away we go. This should be awesome. SGA, 35-plus points against the Clippers tomorrow. Book it. Of course, it is a NBA player market, so there are none up as of yet. So
yeah, that's okay.
Love that.
Get on it to go big, yeah.
Josh Giddey had a triple-double last week as well, so just keep an eye on him. His assist numbers have dropped off a little bit in the last couple of games just because his teammates haven't hit shots. He's still out there. Look, his floor for something like this is about an 18-5-5, so keep that on board as well. What about you, Liam? What is your player prop for tomorrow?
Yeah, in my Aussie cap, I'm really liking how the Australians absolutely demolished India in the last one day. We're back again tomorrow, as I talked about in the last podcast. I was talking about Mitchell Starc, and I'm going to have a look at him to take some wickets. He's got 8 wickets in the series so far already. He got five for last game, 3 for the first game, and he's paying $4.25 to get 3+ wickets in this one, which I'm really surprised about. He in the last how many years? In the last 3 years in one-day cricket, he's averaged 2.7 wickets a game. As I said, he's already got 8 wickets in this series. His best average of any format is 21 in ODIs, so doesn't beat that in Tests or 2020s. He loves playing these ODIs. He's also bowled the most overs of any Aussie, so they're just going to him in this series. So he's just going to have more chances to get wickets. So 2 wickets was $1.83. Then you jump up to 3 wickets is $4.25. I was surprised at that big gap, and he's going to be Australia's main bowler once again. I wouldn't be surprised if he takes another 5-er, swinging the ball right from the get-go, and yeah, so 3 wickets is really good value.
Where is that game tomorrow? Do you know?
I was trying to
pronounce the stadium name. Go on. You can
I'm actually not sure. I didn't look that up. But the wickets in this series so far have been a lot better for pace bowlers than in the test series. They haven't dusted it up a bit. I think they like to get Shami involved in the one days, so they've kept it pretty good wicket for pace bowlers. So that's why Stark's doing pretty well.
It's called M.A. Chid Rabam Stadium.
Jeez.
There you go.
I have no idea where in India it is, but I had to
I
write it down, so I'm
couldn't.
going to talk about it.
It wouldn't come up, but that's okay.
Literally in Google Stats Guy.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, it is a fascinating one, right? Because as opposed to the test match pitches the Indians rolled out there where it's a knock drag out affair with
only, yeah.
We're going to play 3 spinners and away we go. Now it's a little bit more nicely balanced towards the Aussie, so you'll take that one. Alex, what about your player prop?
Yeah, so I'm having a look ahead to the Sydney Swans taking on Hawthorn this Sunday at the SCG. Now, Jaymz, Stats Guy, what did Hawthorn seriously not do on the weekend?
Oh, you think always talk about kicking goals, so I'll probably say something about that.
They did not defend well. They let Essendon kick 19 goals.
Now
they come up against the Sydney Swans, who piled on 16 or 17 goals against the Gold Coast Suns, who arguably have a better defense on the weekend. And I'm looking at Logan McDonald to have this big final breakout game that Swans fans have been waiting for 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, I like this one.
3+ goals is $4.50, $12 for 4 or more. Lance Franklin decided to elbow some bloke in the face with 5 minutes to go, so he's going to sit out for the week. And fair enough, doesn't want to play against Hawthorn. Gets ready for Melbourne at the MCG next weekend, so he's going to start deep forward for the Swans. McDonald, that is. And as I said, if Essendon can kick 19 goals against Hawthorn, you've got to think, what are Sydney going to do if they play like they did against the Gold Coast with, our mate Chudley Warner coming out of the midfield with Errol, Robotham, Blakey, Mills, so on and so forth. So McDonald's sitting in deep forward, and with James Sicily more than likely starting on Isaac Heaney at centre-half back, McDonald's probably going to play on Blank. That's seriously his name. He's played 10 games of footy and had 7 touches on the weekend. This is going to give McDonald a chance to take a lot of pack marks. He's a great mark, a great lead, and more importantly, as a proper full forward, he's a great bloody kick.
Yeah, he's a good set shot.
He could very easily kick 5 or 6 goals here. He took 5 marks on the weekend, kicked 2 goals. Now that he's going to be the main target up forward, him and McLean this weekend, I can very easily see him kicking a bundle of goals. And if the Swans play the way they did last week and put the foot to the throat, this is going to be ugly for the Hawthorn under-18s.
This is at the SCG, isn't it?
Yes, Sunday, 1:10 or whatever time that game is.
This could be
the game that no one cares about except for Swans fans, let's be honest.
Yeah, this has 148 to 32 written all over it. Yeah. It's brutal.
If the Swans play the way they did in the first quarter, they'll kick 10 goals in the first quarter.
I was going to answer your question earlier about what did Hawthorn allow Essendon to do last week, or what did they not do? Well, they allowed my in-laws to have a actual winning weekend. And I was at the MCG with a mate of mine who's an Essendon fan. He was very happy, but also it's also we're probably going to lose next weekend, so I'm going to enjoy this. Take your rays of sunshine while you can. Right. Match game picks for tomorrow, today, whenever. I've already mentioned this game. Obviously, the Thunder versus the Clippers. I do very clearly love this matchup. The Thunder are plus 6.5 in this game. Makes no sense to me because
that's handy, yes.
the Thunder are the third best team in the NBA covering the spread on the road. The Clippers are the 24th team at home against the spread. That is a good set of numbers. If you want to go the Oklahoma City Thunder plus 6.5, you can currently get them $1.90 with Ladbrokes via CodeBet. Off you go, check that out, codebet.com.au. Go to the NBA tab, go down to the best odds, boom, written right there, right in front of me. And I do love this because, look, the Thunder, as I mentioned, have won 4 of their last 5. The Clippers have won 4 of their last 5. I just think this goes close. The Thunder have beaten the Clippers the last 2 times they've played. You don't know what the Clippers are going to be doing, if they're going to be resting anybody. The Thunder, I think the fire's lit under them, off they go. And they keep that at least close, if not win it outright, which is what the Thunder do when they're like underdogs to this degree sometimes as well. They just win the game outright. It's chaos. So there's also another little tasty one tomorrow that I just want to throw in there as well. Boston go to Sacramento. Sacramento, the league's best offense against a Boston team that is, firmly residing in Struggle Town. It seems about right, doesn't it, Stats Guy?
Yeah, I've tried to stay away from tipping anything to do with Boston at the moment. I don't know what's going on.
The good news is, I think you're in a good spot here. Minus 3.5 against the Kings. Kings coming off a pretty long, it's only 4 games, but a 4-game road trip where they go out east,
not easy,
go deep west, and then come home. That is a rough road trip. So, but it's only 4 games. Nah, not when you're traveling that much.
Yeah, they travel a long way.
Boston, they just played in Portland. They just played in Utah. They're on a road trip as well. But Boston's offense has sort of dropped off a cliff of late. This is a get-right spot. Because if Sacramento can score, you know what they don't stop the other team from doing as well?
Scoring.
They let the other team score a lot too.
I like how Stats Guy took 6 seconds to answer it then after we said it. Like, wait, I know this one.
I think I might have been delayed then because I said that straight away.
Something's been said. Hey, what are you still doing here?
He had that written on the back of his hand as well, so that's why it was even worse. But
we have to score more.
That's right.
How do you win games, Stats Guy? You score more.
Yep.
So Sacramento actually give up basically the 4th most amount of points in the NBA as well. If there's ever a get-right spot for the Boston Celtics, is tomorrow with Sacramento on a back-to-back where they were on the road the night before against the Jazz. They play the Yaz. It's a soft J.
Thank you.
Today. And then they will play at home tomorrow against the Celtics. The Celtics should be nice and rested. They should stomp them. It's a 3.5-point road favorite line. That doesn't bother me too much. I'm going the Celtics. This is a very, very handy spot for them to have right now, I think. The line, look, it's -4. Obviously, the 3.5. Sometimes with Ladbrokes, they do have the -4. So it's a -4 at $1.90. Check it out. I really like that one. I'm all over Boston. Stats Guy, what's your game pick? Best play? What are you feeling?
Yeah, back to India for India versus Australia in the one-day cricket. I'm looking at the highest opening partnership. The Aussies have got the highest opening partnership in their last 5 one-dayers, including the first 2 in this series against India. Alex absolutely hated David Warner earlier. He's out of the side, and we're all of a sudden killing it with the openers. So
it's like I was right all along.
Yeah. Oh, I agree with you. David Warner is done, and so since he's been out of the side, I think he's in the squad, but he hasn't been playing so far. Mitch Marsh has got 81 and 66, and 66 not out in the second innings. Head made some runs in the second match. Their opening pair has just been working really well. Absolutely didn't lose a wicket in the second match, which is unbelievable. Chased 117, none down. So I'm just really liking for us to have the highest opening partnership at $1.90. You've also got Mitchell Starc, which helps this bet. He loves an early wicket. He's swinging the ball an absolute mile. He's got Shubman Gill out a few times really early. So yeah, $1.90 for this. I think it's pretty good.
I just like that you're liking it. He loves a good like, and he does. He's like, give me some.
This guy likes it, and he likes saying "yeah" when we throw to him.
It's a bit of like it. He doesn't mind some moss as well. What else? Some ferns, a bit of heather, just a bit of like.
That guy loves some fauna.
Just liking it. Just wandering around in the trees, just liking it. Just Alex, what are you liking tomorrow?
I'm just going to tip Australia to win this game. India have only won 7 of the 13 games that they've played on this deck. Ironically enough, Australia have won 4 of their 5, but they've only played India once. So make sense of that. Anyway, the one loss was to India, as I said, that was a couple of years ago, but I'm happy to be on at the $2.20, given the way that we've played in the first 2 one-days. Seems a good price. And, India's record, 7 of 13 for, a team that dominates at home. It seems a bit shaky to me. So let's go Australia.
I like it.
Awesome.
I'm liking it. And that's guy. So what was your actual highest opening partnership dollar amount? What was that for?
It was $1.90 on most betting sites, Bet365. But I think both teams were $1.90 just to get, because they're pretty even openers. But as the stats suggest, that the Aussies have been a lot better at opening. So,
and what are you, stats guy?
What am I?
The stats guy.
Yes. What?
That's what the stats say. Great job.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. At least James got it. Stats guy. You're having a terrible day.
You said my name in that anyway.
The rails, they're over there. We've gone off. What was your and your head to head there, Alex? Where was your $2.20? Do you know?
Ladbrokes.
Nice one. That's awesome. I don't mind that $2.20 for their head to head. Just keep the train rolling. Get it back on the tracks, and away you go. Best bets for today, tomorrow. Looking ahead, I've got a nice NCAA future. This one was with BetR because we were putting together today's paper. I was doing a little piece on the NCAA tournament. And at the moment, Alabama are the favourites at $4. Houston are at $5. I like Houston a lot. They actually ended up being my pick in the paper because if they get to the Final Four and get through their little bit of the bracket, they're actually playing at home, which is pretty chaos. But that's how it goes. They are hosting the Final Four down there in Texas. So that'll be pretty gnarly. I think it's only ever happened once before. I think it was Baylor just to jog my memory, I think it was, probably about a decade ago, who got to the Final Four and had a chance to actually win it on the home floor. So Houston, look, their defense really showed up over the weekend. There was a couple of sketchy moments. You're like, are we going to lose another 1 seed? But the thing is, like, they're in the sort of the half of the bracket where it's still a bit of a tough one. Alabama have a really easy run to the Final Four. Like, they should absolutely smash through it as long as they get past San Diego State University in the next game. But I'm looking down the bottom right-hand corner of my bracket for Gonzaga. $11. Ooh. They've never done it before. They've come not ever really close either until the last 5-6 years where they've actually popped off and gotten to sort of the pointy end of the tournament. I just love Gonzaga.
They got the guy with the mustache, isn't he?
Drew Jimmy with the mustache.
He's a gun. Yeah,
his 18th year of college. It's awesome.
It looks like it. Yeah.
But they're $11. I just look, if they get past UCLA in the Sweet 16, then I think they can get through their corner of the bracket, get to a Final Four. This could be the year. And at $11, it's actually probably the best value pick that I could see. They and Texas are at $10 as well. But so I feel like out of the favorites, I like Houston the most. Alabama, I just feel like they'll run into somebody and just get a bit pants, but that won't happen probably till the Final Four. Whereas Houston, I like their chances to win all the way through, but Gonzaga just as a nice little smoky, $11. And if you want a real smoky, Arkansas at $26. I don't mind that. But there you go. I think Gonzaga were my pre-tournament pick. When I did my bracket, they ended up winning it anyway. So may as well back them. Right. What else? Stats guy, what have you got?
Yeah, I'm having a look at the WTA Miami Open in the women's tennis. This is a tournament that our beloved Ash Barty has won a few times in the past, and then since she's retired, we've got Iga Swiatek, who's absolutely dominated this. Swiatek won the Miami Open last year. She just loves this surface. She loves playing on the hard courts. This is known as like a quicker hard court, so you've got I don't know why, but they just seem to play a bit faster, and she just absolutely runs as hard as anyone, and is probably one of the fastest players in the draw. She's the number one seed in the number one ranked player in the world, and obviously the number one seed in this tournament. She'll find it tough against players like Sabalenka and Rybakina, but she's beat them recently in some of the smaller tournaments. She goes into this as favourite at $3.10, but I'm really liking that price. I think she can be a bit shorter. She absolutely dominated this, winning all of her matches in straight sets except for one last year. And yeah, I think $3.10 is a really good price in this one.
You did say that you were liking it, so I hope that you moss it. That's good. I like Swiatek. I'll pay that.
She's a gun, yeah.
$3.10, not bad. So that's in Miami. I do wonder. Yeah. I want you to dig into why that hard court is known to be faster than other ones.
I just read an article this morning.
It's the brand of tennis ball.
It might. No, it's probably to do with the weather or something like that. It's usually like just can skid on a bit more or things like that. Yeah.
Dig it. Nice one, Alex. What have you got there for your best bet?
Yeah, so my continued dunk on the Hawthorn Hawks here. Them for the most losses in 2023. Still $2.75. I mean, if Essendon can pants you by 10 goals in round one, it's worrying signs. Yeah, they're terrible. Like, their under-18s team is just going to run around all year. They'll be, they'll win a game here and there, but they'll dead set end up 2-21. The problem is with Hawthorn, they've got no aging stars that when you look at some of these teams, you're like, oh, yeah, they'll help you win a game or two here and there. Like West Coast, 1 week, Gaff, Kelly, Yo, and
they almost got them over the line against us,
Nah, they're terrible as well. But 1 week, they'll just go, oh, yeah, we remember how to play football. It's fine. But Hawthorn, they have Chad Wingard, who did his spinny goal-kicking thing on the weekend. He'll get absolutely smashed on the weekend by some of the Swans taggers. Jaymz Warple gets 40 touches but goes at about 7% efficiency. Carl Amon kicked that nice goal, but he's there to top up his super account, and Luke Bruce actually needs someone to deliver the ball to him to score some goals. Therefore, Hawthorn suck, and they will struggle to win games this year, and $2.75 about them to have the most losses for 2023 is an absolute lock.
Yeah, it's a pretty good one because you look at North, you look at West Coast, and like in terms of other teams that you feel like will struggle, you can at least see upside more in like someone like Gold Coast who got belted on the weekend. Or even,
I do struggle to see upside in West Coast though. They just look so bad.
They looked really bad,
But I think you made the case there, right? They do still have a veteran spine where, look,
every now and then they'll pop up and kill it.
There'll be a game at home against some fringe top 8 team like a Carlton or something, or a Port Adelaide, and they'll just go, oh yeah, we can win a game and win by 3 goals.
Yeah. Jaymz is worried about those stuff against.
I hate those games. I swear.
Like that
was me as an Arsenal fan yesterday morning against Crystal Palace going, oh, God, this is a game we'll somehow lose.
Yep, I feel it. I think, in terms of being a Carlton fan, it's like how in my lifetime I feel like we've beaten Sydney 3 times.
And one of them was in COVID, where you won in the last second of the game on a Tuesday night.
That's true. Yeah,
I remember because my housemate was a Carlton fan.
Prime time Tuesday.
I miss the Festival of Footy. Bring that back. That was awesome.
Well, you better get Gil on the phone and we'll have a quick chat. All right. Nice one. Done. That's Code Bet Daily for today. We'll be back on deck tomorrow. Get right around the show. Subscribe on your podcast app, like, review, and star it. Chuck us a follow over on the socials. Leo is doing a great job. Facey, IJ, sure.
Instagram.
It's nothing but me.
Did you just do the Shackers stats guy?
Nah, I don't know what I did.
Twitter, TikTok, send in any questions via the socials. I think that's it for today. Thanks, Stats Guy.
Thank you.
Thank you, Alex.
You're welcome.
And, of course, always big thanks to Gerald for producing and pulling this all together for us day in, day out with little fanfare, little thanks, and a lot of dumb stuff in between having to deal with us.
I know, bloody hell.
Great job, Gerald. All right, that's it. What do we say here, Stats Guy?
Yeah, gamble responsibly.
Good job. May all your picks come in. Happy punting. We'll catch you tomorrow. Go Bet Daily. Out.